All right. Time for my 2 cents. Okay, so this evening I have this chisel to sharpen. As you can see, got a couple of really nice chunks taken out of it. I'm going to take the worst off with this non-CSA approved grinder. Then I'll finish up on this sandpaper here. And then maybe I'll even polish it a bit. We'll see how it goes. So I've put a mark on here with a Sharpie. That's to guide. So I always come back to the same place to keep my angle nice and straight. So I've been going for probably 10 minutes now, and you can see there's still a pretty good nick in it. I don't know if you can see that very well. There, you can see a bit better here. But a lot of the nicks are gone. I'm going to keep going. Because of the radius of my wheel here, it's getting a little bit more concave than I would like. So I might adjust my angle. My line here is holding up nicely. Keeping it nice and cool is important, and I can feel I have a bit of a burr there, but that'll take care of afterwards. What's really important first is take off all the material that this notch is part of, so you have a straight edge. Another thing I wanted to mention is I'm pleasantly surprised with how smooth the surface is already. With only the first step, essentially an old grinding wheel. So, that's good. So I'm just checking here to see if I'm maintaining squareness, and I'm honestly, knowing myself, I'm doing pretty good. But I'm taking a bit too much off on the side where the nick is. So again, I think it's hard for you guys to see, but it's coming along really quite nice. Like the gouges are almost gone. There's the main one there right at my nail. About, I don't know, a third of the way from the right. Otherwise, coming along really nice, staying pretty square. You could feel a bit of a burr on the back, which is totally normal. I'll show you guys a trick for a burr. So here's a trick for a burr. You're not going to be able to feel it in person, but you got yourself a piece of regular lumber or wood or anything. You find the end grain, not on the side, on the end grain, and you just run your tool down in the end grain. It will not affect the edge, and your burr, well, it's still there a bit actually. Some of the burr is still there, but it gets rid of most of the burr. I guess it's a pretty heavy burr. I got to do a little bit more grinding. The gap, the chip, I should say, is just evident there, but I don't want to take more off. it's really nice for what I'm going to be doing with it, and I'm pretty rough on these things anyways. So the next time I come back and sharpen it up, we'll take care of the rest of that. Some of you might be asking why I'm not wearing gloves. You see the sparks and the dirt on my hands. I strongly recommend not wearing gloves on anything that's a strap or rotating, especially if they're not terrible gloves. You know, like a thin nitrile glove, kind of like a surgeon would wear. You could use if you'd like, because they're terrible. If you get caught up, it'll tear off. But any leather gloves or anything like that, as well as loose clothing or long hair, I recommend tying up your long hair. I would avoid all those things. The tough thing here is maintaining the angle. So I've actually lost the edge here. I am less sharp than I was. Probably because of my foam. Well, that's annoying. Time to change tactics a little bit. And by the way, this is 220 sandpaper. You can pick up a roll with the sticky side at pretty much anywhere. I like the sticky side not just for applications like this. Even when I put a block to it to sand a piece of paper or something else I'm doing, it sticks to the block a lot nicer. Alright, so for those of you who were cringing while I was using the foam, I'm getting my edge back here slowly. Alright, I'm bringing it up a notch here because I wasn't happy with the flatness of my board. So I'm just using this stone I have. And this is the same. This is 220. This, I'm not sure what this is, to be honest. And the box just says sharpening stone. So I don't know if there's a standard for that, but here we go. This is actually roughing it up a bit, so I might go straight to the other side. So I said I was playing before. Now I'm going completely overboard. Mask's back on. Shiny. Pretty much a mirror finish around the perimeter, and then the concave in the center. You can't even feel the no, you can't even feel the concave. It's just really visual, so it's there, but just anyway. This is totally overkill. I'm using this in the barn, but a nice upgrade from what it was. That's for sure. So I'll just do a quick test here, but here I can show you on my nail. it's totally grabbing. That is way sharper than it was. And I hope that doesn't make too many people cringe on camera, because it almost makes me cringe. And just beautiful here. I know that's with the grain. Maybe I can do one here against the grain. So here, against the grain. And this is a hard maple. Look at that. Oof, that's nice and smooth. And that's a maple cutting board. So that's sharp. Alright. Thanks for watching.